What a beautiful day for a walk. Home sweet home. Alright! 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 I've heard you guys. I wasn't gonna review it, but by popular demand, this is an Aladdin. Alright, Aladdin 2019 is directed by Guy Ritchie. And the story, I think all of you know the story basically by now, but if you don't, it's about a boy who kind of lives off the street and he's struggling and he eventually encounters some good fortune. If you watched my last review, you knew that I pretty much hated the Lion King remake. This one, even though I thought it was better, definitely the Lion King remake. Was it great? No, it's above an average movie for me. Let's talk about the things that I did like about the movie. If you saw the trailer, there was a lot of negative reaction to Will Smith as him being the genie. People thought he couldn't replace Robin Williams, and luckily he doesn't try. He tries to be himself, and it shows. And I actually really enjoyed watching him in the film. I thought he did a pretty good job. So good job for that, Will Smith. Another thing that I think Guy Ritchie does really well is the choreography. Choreography in this was really good, really superb. One of my biggest complaints about these live-action remakes is they don't have enough energy or feel in them. So, for example, if you watch Beauty and the Beast when they're singing, people are just standing, walking around, not doing much. In this one, they tried, though, like in some of the big scenes and songs. There's a lot happening, and I could really appreciate that. Another thing I liked that they changed that I thought was pretty good was Jasmine's character. She can come off sometimes as a little preachy, as a little on the nose, but for the most part, I thought it was really well done. She had some great songs that weren't in the original that I really liked, and some really good character development that I thought was really needed and felt fine, felt good. The negatives that I'd say that this film or movie has is that the CGI is really bad. Some of the CGI, you can notice it from a mile away that you're like, ooh, that's off. Especially with Aladdin. Whenever there's CGI with him, it's bad. Another thing that I did not like was Jafar. He was very bland and boring, and he was probably the best thing about the original. I mean, if you're going to have just a pure evil character, you got to make him fun, or you got to make him entertaining, or if you're not going to do that, make him have a good character, like a round character. This one does neither. He's evil. They try to change him a little bit, but it's pretty much garbage. Not good. Also, his parrot's not that good either. He's there in this one. It's not the iconic voice from the original, but he's just there. This film is pretty cheesy. Like, would I say it's better than the original? Nah. Another thing that I forgot to mention is this movie is funnier than the 1992. Oh, whenever 1993. It's funnier than that version because there's a lot of comedic elements in it, like comedic element with punches that come to suit Jasmine, comedic elements with the servant of Jasmine. Actually, she's really good. I really enjoyed her. I'm glad they put her in there. I would rank it higher, but the biggest problem I have with these remakes is the reliance on nostalgia. So what happens is people come and they want to see a certain thing on film. They want to see them play the songs that they remember. They want to see them act the way they remember. They want to see it. It hits the same comedic element beats. It hits the same beats as the original film. And you have to compare them both because they're basically the same film, just in two different mediums. Instead of one trying to be its own thing. That's why these ones are never going to be as good unless they change something about it that really pushes it above the original, or they do something creatively different. That's why these remakes feel hollow and empty, and that's why they're not going to stay around. Alright, if you want to see my score, skip to the end. I'm going to go into the spoilers part now, so here it comes up. Spoiler section coming up. I really need to find a good transition into spoiler section, because I tried like 3 different voice things there, and it did not work. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay, there's a few scenes that don't make any sense to me, why they added them in. Like, for example, one. Okay, so you know when Aladdin's monkey... Oh, it's right there, Abu. He goes... Okay, so when Abu and Aladdin go into the Cave of Wonders and they're like, don't touch anything, it shows Abu he's like swimming through the gold. Nothing happens. And so I'm like, okay, Aladdin's going to have to touch something now. Maybe that's what the change they want to do in this film, because, well, the monkey, or Abu, he's the one that touched it in the original film, and that's why the cave's shut. But here's what happens. Like a ruby slips, falls down, and the monkey touches it. Abu touches it, and the cave's like, how dare you defile me? Closes, or whatever. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, why would you show the monkey swimming through gold, touching a lot of the stuff, if he's going to be the one that makes everything fall? I mean, the animators knew this, because they're the ones who drew the CGI monkey hopping around. So, I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me. But some of the stuff is more nitpicky, so you gotta forgive me for that. Okay, so this film is cheesy in a few parts. For example, one thing that happens in it that cracked me up, it wasn't supposed to be a joke, it was supposed to be this serious moment, is, so, Jafar, he's turned into a sorcerer, and he's got all these powers, and the king goes and shoves him, and he drops his staff, and the king's like, Jafar, you're nothing without your staff. And Jafar just like makes eye contact, looks at him, and like, so the staff was dropped, and he goes like, but the best scene is, and then the king's like, whoa, whoa. It was really funny. It wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was just super cheesy. Anyways, I'm going to give Aladdin 2019 remake a 6 out of 10. So don't be hating on me, guys. 6 is still better than average. Is it better than the original? No. But this is probably one of the better live action remakes that I've seen Disney make. Alright, thanks guys for checking this one out. I'm going to have to edit this one quite a bit, I think. Alright guys, thanks for checking this one out. If you liked everything, click down there, like, subscribe. I know what you're thinking, 2 vids in 1 week, that's impressive for you. Well, you're spoiled. Don't get used to it. Okay, thanks. Goodbye.